To another Woods Report. Not a lot going on. More updates. More updates. I was surprised to see more people started posting about the migrant ship with all the thousands of people that died. The two ships
starting to post
from after since that
they've been
submarine is over,
scolded and ridiculed.
Yeah,
that was the same day,
the same week,
but a lot of the passing was
everybody was talking about the submarine people, and nobody was talking about the thousands, 700 on one ship and 300 on another ship.
Wow.
Nobody was talking about that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they finally
catch up on that.
They finally starting to talk about it, only because the billionaire and them is over.
Their lives is gone.
So okay, we prayed for them, and who's gonna pay for it?
And it's a sad situation.
And the fact that that hunt, I told you everybody was looking, millions of dollars.
Other countries too,
millions, and they said who gonna pay for it? I told you we are.
They need to send that bill to the billionaires' family.
They not paying for it. They said they not gonna pay for that. Oh. We're gonna pay for it. The citizens of each one of these countries, we all gonna pay for it.
Elon Musk, the $2 billion. And people don't know.
No, it's real. Oh, that there was a bet?
I thought it was some bet involved.
Whether this match is even going to happen despite the back and forth championship UFC Dana White. You know Dana going to get involved in anything that's going to make money. Both guys are absolutely dead serious. That's what I told you. For attention, news broke. Meta announced that it would cut off access to news on Facebook and Instagram in Canada, following the passage of a law that requires such tech companies to compensate domestic media outlets when linking to their content. Meanwhile, Musk's reputation has plunged in the last year. From Morning Consult from late 2022 indicated that his net favorability had fallen 13 points among young adults. Remember, everybody used to love Elon Musk. Now everybody's kind of like, he's a little weird.
He's done some stupid stuff.
Yeah. Entertaining a fight like this is also just seems to be a reflection of Musk and Zuckerberg's sheer vanity. The younger generation of MMA fans in particular are willing to fanboy for the billionaires, said Nate Wilcock, the owner of Bloody Elbow. I don't know what that is. An MMA and other combat sport place.
Bloody Elbow.
Bloody Elbow. Musk has done stunts like this before to successfully win media attention. Like smoking weed on Joe Rogan's show, or naming his dog CEO of Twitter. I remember that.
Yeah.
And Zuckerberg is the kind of guy who reportedly cuts his hair to look like Augustus Caesar. Look,
this is different than doing that.
I was listening to
the comeback.
There was some brothers who was talking about this possibly going down on their YouTube channel. I don't think Elon realized Zuckerberg, he's been practicing for years. They said they got him with the MMA gloves and all that, and he punches.
And he's younger too.
He's younger, but he really is doing this. Like, we don't know what he looks like under that suit. He really works out, and he really does this type of fighting all the time.
It would be different if we heard that about Elon. But Elon doesn't seem like he's in shape like that.
And you never hear Zuckerberg say anything. You always hear Elon saying something.
Yeah. But isn't Zuckerberg the one that brought the challenge?
Well, it says Zuckerberg, for his part, has not tweeted in over a decade. See, he doesn't say anything. In the aftermath of the 2018 Cambridge scandal, in which troves of Facebook users' data have been misused. Remember, everybody got that check from Facebook?
Yep.
He ain't heard nothing from Mark Zuckerberg. Link to that Trump campaign. Musk deleted the Facebook pages for Tesla and SpaceX. So he already got beef with Elon. But while the two men aren't exactly friends, the promised Musk Zuckerberg fight is actually about competition of two similar businesses. But I don't see where you were saying that they would get anything.
I thought well, no, I don't know. Maybe I misheard that. But I thought Zuckerberg was the one that brought this challenge up.
Oh, maybe he did.
But I don't know. Let's see where it goes. Elon is a little older. Is he even in shape to do this?
And unless he trains like Zuckerberg.
Let's see if this is serious, because they could be talking just to still get our attention. You know, shiny object over here.
But the people in real life say they for real.
We'll see. until they get in that cage. What would be the whole purpose of this anyway? Just to boost the ratings for both?
They don't like each other. You can pumple the other guy. Mark Zuckerberg gets to punch Elon in the nose.
And they both got haters.
People cannot stand Mark Zuckerberg.
No, so they may not care. Maybe that would be a good thing to show who has the most followers that support them. By both of them getting in there and really doing
Zuckerberg don't have no followers. Elon has like call it? He has fan base.
I'm sure Zuckerberg has.
Who's a fan base for Zuckerberg?
You may be surprised. They get in that cage and people still
bunch of nerds. Get him, Mark!
Tech, they be the nerds going, do it for us.
Yeah. No, I don't think Zuckerberg has a fan base. Elon still does. Mm-hmm. He definitely got the Dogecoin crowd, the people into crypto.
We'll see, though. That's a good one.
Yeah, let's see if it happens.
Rich boys.
We don't have nothing
else to do.
There's nothing else that's going on. Excitement.
I'll fight you. You fight me. Whoever wins, give the other one $1 billion. Ooh,
yeah. I would like
something like that.
I would like to see Trump and Biden fist fight, fisticuffs. They
arm wrestle.
No, they old. So it'd be fisticuffs.
You know what?
Fisticuffs.
But remember they used to arm wrestle. Come on, put it here. Put it here.
Who would win in an arm? You know, Biden might win.
I don't know.
He don't have he can't stand up and walk. But he seems like his upper body is strong. And Trump eats KFC all the time. He's fat. So I think Biden...
Wouldn't that be a nice arm wrestle?
I think Biden would beat him because he has if you see him riding that bike.
Yeah.
His feet ain't coordinated. But he got upper body strength.
Yeah.
And Trump, he's overweight.
Yeah.
Every time you see him golfing in his shirt, he's fluffy.
That would be a good one. I would like to see that.
I would.
Both Biden and Trump arm wrestle.
And Jill and Melania. Now, I don't know. Melania might win.
Yeah, she might.
Melania might win.
Jill's getting older.
Jill is older.
Now, Kamala may be a good one to put her down.
Kamala to fight who? Melania? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be a good fight. Mm-hmm.
She'll bring out that sorority sister. Ugh.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
I ain't messing with me.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, we'll see, though, with this Zuckerberg.
Let's get a bunch of billionaires in the ring. This shouldn't be the only one. They're the headliners.
Well, unfortunately, we've lost a billionaire recently with that whole...
no, nobody even knows who he is.
But I'm just saying, he's a billionaire.
Right.
Wow.
You know how many billionaires it is? It's a lot of billionaires. Yeah.
Because that's a high level to reach.
It's a lot of them, though. It's
multi-billion.
Yeah,
multi-billion.
They didn't say how much of a billion he is.
You could be $1 over
and then you're back to a millionaire.
Okay.
Well, Tyler Perry, they want him. He may not buy BET. He said.
Why?
They asking for too much. He said. They asking for like $3 or $4 billion or something like that.
You're kidding.
Yeah. He said he don't know if it's worth
it.
it.
Do they want somebody to buy that for real?
Nobody's gonna buy BET. They better take what Tyler. If Tyler Perry get them $200 million, they better take it. Talking about they want $4 billion.
Discount. That's when his mud deal used to need to come out.
So he said
I know you ain't selling that for no.
He said he kind of upset that people put it out there that he was buying it because he hasn't made a decision
yet. Who put it out there?
I don't know.
Sorry, Tyler.
I don't think he should buy it.
I thought it was final.
No, if they asking for $4 billion, I wouldn't buy it either.
I did ask when we were talking about it. I said, "Is it final?"
No, you know, nothing is final till you sign the papers.
Exactly.
But I think
They should have really said that. Then they should have said he is really seriously thinking about buying it.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see.
Yeah. All right, so that's Elon Musk. Let's keep an eye.
Negotiating and have him pull the money down.
He's not paying $4 billion for it. I know that.
Okay.
It's a failing network. So let's see if Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk actually
go
fight.
Into the cage.
We got some people say hello. Wendy says, "Hey girls, I'm feeling sad." Oh, she's supposed to be on here. But we haven't got this Streamlab working yet.
I know. Once Kim get the Streamlab working, Wendy, we figure it out.
Demetrius Hayes says, "I'd watch, but I got a workout video to film. But I'm going to catch you soon. Y'all seem interesting." Oh, thank you, Demetrius.
Thank you.
We don't work out, so go on and work out and do
you do you. Work out?
Boy, that's somebody who really want to work out, don't they?
We don't use that word in this house.
They somebody want to work out. They I will watch y'all, but I got to go work out. Wow.
Yeah, I like that.
That's tenacity.
That's discipline.
Go work out for me. God bless you.
We don't really say that word in this house.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, this yours.
Yeah, it wasn't much on The View today. I told my sister they had the the gentleman that was running for mayor I'm running for mayor. Okay.
The mayor of Miami.
The mayor of Miami running for president. He did pretty well with the comebacks, the questions that the ladies came at. I'm gonna ask you some tough questions. Your stance on abortion. I'm going to ask you some tough questions.
But they already
they do it with everybody, and he's a Republican.
So he believes in abortion?
He believes he's pro-life. He's pro-life.
Oh, okay.
But the time frame needs to be a little bit wider.
He don't believe 6 weeks.
He don't believe that 6 weeks thing. So, but he answered himself. He carried himself pretty well because he pretty much said to Sonny's question, we just got to agree to disagree. I'm sorry. Because she kept asking him, it seems unreasonable because you seem like a reasonable man and you've answered all the questions so far good. But you made a comment about if Donald Trump happens to be elected,
he's going to support him.
He pretty much said, I know you don't agree with what we say. Yeah. I don't agree with everything the man does and says, but that's what I said.
Because I told you, Democrats play checkers and Republicans play chess.
And he may be trying to get his foot in the door.
A Democrat won't vote for somebody if they person didn't make it and then the other team wins. Republicans will be like, whatever, I don't like them, but it's the only way to keep a Republican.
And Anna did put the question out. She said, people thinking you running because you want to get ahead.
What is Anna going to do?
Are you going to run? You're running to get into the White House. You're running to be... You got other agenda. You got other.
And he said no. He want to be.
He was like, he said, I really want to win. He said, I'm serious.
What is Anna gonna do if President Trump wins the nomination?
I have no idea.
Why don't somebody ask her that tough question?
That's a good question to ask Anna because she and Alyssa has been really clear that they don't want that Trump man to win.
But did they ask them what they gonna do?
I don't know. They never really.
But why you asking this guy on coming on here, but you didn't ask the people sitting at the table?
I'm thinking they probably feel like I'm not sharing my vote right now because I'm still hoping that he doesn't become the nominee.
Then he should have said that. But he ain't going to say that because he want to be on the cabinet. I don't care what he says.
But he's saying he will vote for himself. So,
but he wants to be on the cabinet.
Yeah.
He either wants to be on the cabinet or he wants to be the vice president.
And he's not going to admit that.
He's not going to admit that.
But they talked today about this whole, it's been a year since the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Okay. People were upset
even
about
though it wasn't overturned. It was, they put it into the states.
Yeah. And I think they were talking about Kamala's comment about it. I don't know if it's just showing her comment about it and that it's still some work needs to be done to change the overturning. Anna brought up some situations with family and people like the 10-year-old girl who got violated and had the baby. Another woman, they made her carry her baby with no lungs or something, or couldn't breathe, kidney. It was no kidney or something.
She couldn't go to another state?
No, she had to carry her baby in that state, I guess, so she couldn't abort it. So, and just situations like that, because our Joy and Whoopi would always say back in the day, before it was illegal, before it was legal, women would do the back alleys.
So what did they talk? What's going on here?
But they just were pretty much showing Kamala's comment to speak to that.
Okay.
Chosen to speak about this by the Biden administration. So let's watch a clip of Kamala on the Joy Reid show.
From Kansas to California, red states, blue states, we saw whenever it was on the ballot in the midterms, people voted in favor of the freedom of the American people to make decisions about their own body. And I think that should give us the momentum that we need to know that we have to encourage people to use their vote, because ultimately, this is an issue that will be resolved by federal legislation that codifies, which means puts into law, the protections of Roe. The United States Supreme Court took a constitutional right. The United States Congress has the power to put in place a protection of that individual privacy right that all Americans should be entitled to.
Okay, it turns out that Democrats had the chance to codify Roe v. Wade over the past few decades, and they dropped the ball under Clinton.
Yeah, we know that. They were supposed to be doing that every year.
Yeah.
But we already know that.
They didn't take it serious, and they were saying even
they
the
always
Supreme
do that.
Court.
They know, everybody else kept saying there's no way the Supreme Court.
Exactly. And that's what they talked about. And they just kind of, and one Supreme Court justice was like, yeah, it's not that big deal right now. It's not our number one thing.
And then I told you, what's her name, the one that passed away? They kept telling her to sit down so that, what's his name, Obama could put another justice, and she didn't want to.
Yeah, she didn't want to. So they throwing the ball in each one's court, but it was just kind of reminiscent about it's been a year. I didn't realize it's been a year since it was turned over. Okay. But like you're saying, the state to state.
They doing it state to state.
So they
pretty much just said, we don't want to deal with this. Let each state make their own decision. With their own.
And they're even trying to hurt people freedom to go to another state,
right,
and hurt them for doing that,
probably insurance or something.
Yeah, so things like that. But that was just something today. I just wanted.
So that's why they talked about it, because it's 1 year anniversary.
It's been a 1 year anniversary, and just listening to Kamala talk about it, I need to see more Kamala. We keep saying that on whatever issues that's out there, because we are getting close.
We keep saying that.
Yeah.
I think they waiting. I think they waiting until next year or the end of this year to start making more of a noise.
The big guns.
Yeah. Like I told you, it's going to be either a war or another, some kind of pandemic, something that's going to be the big boy. They're going to pull out the big boy arsenal and arsenal. And that most people don't switch presidents during that time. Or are they trying to do something where they totally annihilate Trump?
I don't know.
So
are they trying to put fear into people too? Like if fear happens,
yes,
keep Biden.
Yes.
Don't get rid of Biden.
You don't want this felon. You don't want a guy running. You don't want a guy running a country that's he can't leave his house because he under house arrest.
And DeSantis, what would they say with him?
He too crazy. He banning books.
So fear can be put into people's minds.
Joe Biden won last time because people didn't want Trump. It wasn't because they wanted Joe Biden. They just didn't want Trump.
And they probably, I don't know what would help with the PR work, but we all know the negatives with Biden. We all know the negatives with all of the candidates, to be honest. They all have something negative. But I'm thinking what's been working for the last 5-10 years, 5-6 years, is fear.
That's what
scaring folks. And they commercials, commercials don't even need to.
Yeah,
like you're saying, maybe they need to toot. Biden needs to toot.
No, he's going to show January 6th. He's going to keep showing
this over again.
He's going to keep showing Trump saying, "Let's march down to the Capitol," and then he's going to show the people climbing the walls, kicking in the windows. Is this really what you want?
This?
It's going to be that.
Okay,
you really
4 more years of this?
All the racial fights that was in the
and DeSantis doing away with Black history,
right?
Doing away with all the things that he's trying to X out,
or saying he's not banning books, even though that guy who lives in Florida said, when you pull a book off the shelf and say we got to look at it, and you haven't looked at it in over a year, that's banning.
And one parent can come and say, I don't want that book.
Yeah, that's banning.
Really?
So we'll see.
Okay,
we'll see what they do.
Okay.
Young Thug, you heard me talk about Young Thug, right?
Yeah.
He's sitting in prison. The FBI, I'm telling you, well, these are, I think it might be local. I don't even think it's FBI. I think it's Georgia that's after him. What's her name?
The Attorney General.
Yeah, she after him.
She don't want to
some
use
RICO charge.
The words from his rap music. To help
well, everything they should be able to.
They throw everything in the book.
I think you should. I told you we talked about that before. I don't think you should be able to use the lyrics if they have nothing to do with the case. Okay. But if I kill somebody and put them in the trunk of my car, and then I write a song about killing somebody and put them in the trunk of my car, that should be used.
Okay,
that's how I feel.
You put it in writing.
Yeah,
what's in your heart.
So a lot of stuff he sang about was stuff they was doing.
Wow.
So I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna bring that to court.
Okay.
But no, I'm not gonna. If it has nothing, you talking about you hate your mom and all that. I'm not. We don't need to bring everything.
What's the white rapper?
Eminem. So it says Young Thug appears to address Gunna on his new album. Now Gunna is the one that was part of his group, Young Thug's group, this whole group.
They said
they kept saying that they were criminals. And Young Thug and his friends were saying, we're not criminals, we just a record label. We're not criminals. And one of the artists that we signed was Gunna, who's a rapper, who had become really famous and his songs were big. So then when they all got zapped up, then arrested, Gunna spent, he didn't even spend that long in jail.
Right.
And he pretty much snitched. Even though he says he didn't snitch, he did. Because we have him on camera saying, it's YSL, that's the name of the group.
Right.
Is it a record label or is it a gang? He said gang. It's not a record
so he
label.
Confirmed that it's
not a record label. So that's the whole premise of why Young Thug is locked up.
He didn't need to answer that though.
He did. No. And for him to get out, he had to answer that.
I'm just saying he's confirming it, but don't they see on paper?
No,
it's not a record label.
No, you have to say it. They need people to say it verbally.
Oh, well.
But he wasn't the only one. All of those guys went down like a hole in a paper bag in the ocean. They didn't have none of them. None of them stood. That's what I'm saying. This whole thing about street code, that's back in the day. That's back in our day when guys would go do 20, 30 years or they spend their life
not saying anything.
Not saying nothing. Now,
I'm not going to snitch on you.
I'm not doing 30 years for y'all.
I got your back.
No. Okay. When all y'all going to tell too, and then I'm sitting in prison not saying nothing. So that's probably what Gunna was like, I'm saying something.
Okay.
So people kept saying, well, we don't know if if Young Thug maybe told him to say something because he knew he wasn't going to get out, and maybe somebody had to be out there making money because he still need money to come in and on his books and all that stuff.
Right.
Well, Gunna put an album out, and people was wondering how it was going to do because he's a snitch. Nobody cares. These young people don't care about that.
They still bought it and listened to it and downloaded it.
Nobody cares about that anymore.
I don't think kids is connected to it that way.
They don't care.
They're not caring about the lifestyle per se. They want you to put the music out.
You got to have good music.
And they enjoy that.
So Gunna put an album out and Young Thug put an album out from behind jail the same time.
How you do it? Oh, he just said, yes, go ahead and release it.
Well, I'm sure he was on the phone.
He in jail?
He probably already recorded all this stuff.
Give the release approval.
Yeah. So it says business is business includes marquee guest appearance such as Drake, Travis. Business is business is Young Thug's album. He has Drake, Travis Scott, Future, 21 Savage, Lil Uzi Vert. A lot of people on there. Additionally, the LP contains some lyrics that could be directed to Gunna, as their former friendship is up in the air due to recent circumstances. On the album's 13th song, Jonesboro, Thug appears to send a diss to his label mate and collaborator. N-word told, and he was my homie. I can't miss him. Ain't nobody feel him. Ooh. In my opinion, he could be talking about anybody because they all told, but pretty much everybody think he talking about Gunna. Okay. Here, Thug discusses how an unarmed, unnamed individual told, which means they snitched, cooperated with the police. In the last couple of months, Gunna has been facing snitching allegations in connection to his Thug's record label, Young Stoner Life. In May 2020, many members of YSL, that's the group, including Thug and Gunna, were arrested. Okay? So I already went through the whole thing, saying about what's going on in their state of Georgia. Now, the interesting thing about this is nobody has really touched Gunna. Even though everybody's saying he snitched, they still didn't know whether Thug was behind him or not. So I guess the whole uproar now is that because Thug has put this out, in other words, he's saying he fair game. If y'all want him, y'all can have him. He's not my friend. No, I never told him to say that. I don't have nothing to do with it. They can't verbally say stuff like that, but he did it in his song by saying that. So
isn't it sad though? Because I'm old school. I'm back into the hip hop and hip to the hip to the hip hip. Y'all remember to the bang bang boogie, the up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to be. You didn't think about them, the Fat Boys.
Didn't they have controversy?
Not like it's gang related or FBI has to put their foot in.
Oh, are you right?
You know what I'm saying? If it's any beef, it's because you're jealous of somebody or you took somebody's girl. I don't know, y'all. I'm thinking back in the day was bubblegum. Hey, you doing your little dances in the street and your little break dancing, wearing your little Michael Jackson jackets and your little gloves. Come on. That was the good, clean rap. This rap now, y'all, he on his own. I don't care. I don't like snitches. And snitches get stitches. And then the moment the Tupac and the Biggie Smalls.
That's when everything went,
I was like, I remember, what's the other guy?
Everybody was arguing and stuff until somebody actually really got shot.
You know what? This is funny because I just recently saw they're still celebrating 50 years of hip hop. What's his name? Joe? Big Joe? Fat Joe? Fat Joe. I always say big, fat, huge. I don't know. Fat Joe. He was on a talk show with a bunch of other rappers talking, and they was reminiscing and saying how it was here and there. Make sure you got your ownership of your music and stuff. They talked about Puff Daddy in a situation there. But it was something he was talking about. He said, oh, let me be careful. Because he talked about, I was liking to eat the West Coast and what was going on there. Because he liked Snoop and all of them.
Right.
But he had to do a disclaimer before he said that. He's New York, right?
You know what? Even today, even though Tupac and Biggie and all that is gone, there still is beef between East Coast and West Coast.
For Fat Joe to say, let me be careful when I say this. I did like what was going on the West Coast.
Right.
We didn't have that problem back in my day.
Have you ever been over to a friend's house and the food just ain't no good? That's what that was the controversy.
The cheese off the
Well, you tried us something. You know the words, don't you?
Well, some of them.
I don't know. I was younger then.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, that was the Sugar Hill Gang. I think I just looked it up. The controversy with them is that one of them had some mob ties or something.
Ooh.
But everybody back in that day had mob ties.
Oh my,
if you was
really?
in the music industry,
I don't
remember
know.
Frank Sinatra and all of them?
But not the brothers.
No, the brothers too.
They do.
Remember Sammy Davis Jr. and all of them?
Well, that brother.
No, but the record labels.
Rappers?
No, the record labels. And they were under these record labels.
Because, see, you would always associate the rappers, the black rappers and the Latino rappers with gang related.
Yeah.
Not mafia.
Yeah. No, they was mafia.
Wow.
Yeah, they was mafia.
Okay.
I was going to do the story about Gotti's daughter. She's such an idiot.
What happened?
Well, you remember Gotti Jr., John Gotti Jr. fought Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
We talked about
That's that big fight they had.
And then afterwards, he kept trying to fight Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, when the referee said,
right,
we're done.
And then Floyd popped him in his head. So his sister, which is John Gotti's daughter, got mad and went on line and said, you guys are a bunch of animals to us. To Floyd Mayweather. Okay. And we was taking it. Black people was taking like, she talking about black people.
But your daddy.
Hold on. You guys are a bunch of animals. Caged, you're a bunch of zoo animals. And your daughter.
She was pretty much calling us monkeys.
And your daughter got ran through by every rapper. And she got pregnant by a zoo animal.
She didn't have to say that.
Oh, she was, and I don't care if it takes me, I'm paraphrasing. I don't care if it takes me 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, 20 years. I'm going to get revenge on your C daughter. She's a blank. And in other words, I hate you guys. You're animals. You're a bunch of animals.
For what reason?
Because he popped her stupid brother in the head who was trying to fight after the fight. And if we're animals, what is your father?
He don't have no control. You got a referee saying no.
But that's done. That whole.
And you still coming at him.
But that's that whole Italian. Remember, Do the Right Thing?
Yeah.
That whole black versus Italian New York.
Yeah.
You guys are a bunch of animals, but yet you're in the mob.
Thank you. And hurting people on the back, on the down low.
Yeah, but we don't shoot up blocks. Yeah, you do. Yeah,
you shoot families.
And you shoot restaurants.
You shoot people. Well, look at Sopranos. That was a good depiction. That's what Joy gets mad. I hate when they always reference us to mafia and all that.
Well, we hate it too, Joy. So there you go. So I thought that was funny, ironic, that a mob daughter is calling his daughter a zoo animal.
Thank you.
And him and all of us a bunch of animals.
What did people say about that?
Well, people been saying stuff.
People.
She
may get threatened too.
She ain't gonna get threatened. Don't nobody care about her.
Oh, well.
But she's an animal. Your dad is an animal.
After you told that story about how he didn't listen to the referee.
I don't care about you talking about Floyd Mayweather. Maybe he is, because Floyd Mayweather get in arguments all the time. But let's not pretend like your family is nice and
it's
sweet.
All innocent.
And your brother was getting his butt whipped, and that's why he kept trying to fight.
Yeah. Or leaning on him. When he leaning on
Janet
him.
Jackson's son. Ain't he cute? All right.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Dahmer.
What's going on? He's dead, isn't he?
Everybody's saying hi to each other. Mike says, back in the day, those with money went to other countries, and those who did not went to the back alley. That's what he's saying. Everybody had ties back then. You either started your record label with a mob.
Is this with the rappers, or is this with abortion?
No, No, he's talking about with money went to other countries. Oh, maybe that's what he's talking about.
If that's what you're talking about, Mike,
that's true too.
People who can afford it.
That's true too.
That's true.
That's true.
They went to Mexico. You went to Mexico to do everything.
Yeah,
a divorce.
True. Yeah,
married.
Well, remember I told you I didn't want to see that show, Dahmer.
You watched it?
No, I never watched it. Remember I told you everybody was watching it.
Yeah, it got eerie about it.
And watching Dahmer and all these other serial killers. And
they was even, kind of, what's the word with him? People don't like.
They were starting to make him they were fanning out about him.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking as bad because they was glorifying him.
Yes, glorifying.
Yeah. Well, there's a psychiatrist, even your love, and what's that thing you watch? Not Love, Law and Order.
Law and Order.
People who like to watch stuff like that all the time. And
no, CSI,
stuff like that.
The one with
I used to like CSI.
What's his name? The Cutie Pie. What's that one?
CSI.
That's it. No,
that's
I can't watch that.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it.
The Criminal Minds.
Watch Criminal Minds.
I couldn't watch Criminal Minds.
I love
because they would get inside the mind of the person that's usually a serial killer. I'm like, ooh, that's spooky.
I love Criminal Minds.
I just like Law and Order because it's dealing with just
and I like
normal
CSI.
stuff on the street.
I like CSI and I like Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
All of those. It was one time I was into those.
Don't be talking about my Law and Order.
I will read what the lady said. There was one time I was into all of those. Mm-hmm. Remember? Yeah, I was into Criminal Dexter.
Yeah.
And all of those.
That one, I could not watch.
Yeah.
I saw the storyline of why he would do it.
Right.
But the fact that he did the murders.
Well, this psychiatrist says watching and enjoying true crime series is a major red flag, warns a psychologist. Okay. In recent years, crime thrillers, specifically crime stories based on real life incidents, have become, maybe that's why you get okay with Law and Order. That's not real life incidents, right?
Whereas my friend, she watches the real one.
Oh, yeah.
The real investigation.
That's what she probably talking about.
And she and I were arguing about that.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I don't watch the real stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I know if that's real,
yeah,
I'll get angry.
That's what she talking about. People who watch real life, real life incidents have become more popular on streaming platforms. Many of us binge watch shows like Dahmer, Making of a Murderer or Indian Predator, which is normal as long as you are watching them out of curious nature. But watching these shows to unwind can be a major red flag, revealed a psychologist. So if you're watching Dahmer because you really want to know about the story of Dahmer and what really happened, she's saying that's different than that being entertaining to you. Like, oh, you got your popcorn, you ready to watch Dahmer. And you watch
it every week it comes on.
It was binge watching on Netflix.
Oh, with that one. But an investigative one that I told you my friend watches.
Dr. Thelma Bryan appeared on Mel Robbins' podcast and talked about how people can reconnect and heal after experiencing hardship. Speaking to host Robbins, she revealed that those who watch and listen to violent media may do so because of trauma in their own family or to them. I thought about that. That might be true. She said, if your ideal of relaxing, you go to sleep. And I told Mama this. Don't go to sleep with the news on and stuff. That's real life tragedy.
If I have to go to sleep,
put comedy.
With comedy.
Put a comedy
or
channel.
She watches Christian shows.
Either put a Christian channel on or a comedy channel or a cartoon channel.
What, Ma? Mama, I'll come in her room.
Remember, Ma, you used to go to bed with the news on.
I'll come in her room and she has
Bill Winston or who?
Yeah, she'll have a minister on.
TD Jakes.
Billy Graham, TD Jakes. She'll have those ministers on. So her spirit would be resting.
But y'all used to go to sleep with the news on.
The news don't bother me.
But that's still real life trauma.
I don't do the news thing anymore. I do comedy or old school comedy or something.
She says that's what it is. Harm, crime, violation, attacks. And that's what is going on to soothe me into my bedtime. Dr. Bryan explains that some people find this content normal and familiar. She continued, some of us grew up in high stress, so people mistake peace as boring. Ooh. To come home to yourself, you have to lean into discomfort because it's going to feel unfamiliar. Oh. Some people can't be in a room with no TV on and it's quiet.
Not like you?
No. Now, sometimes you'll see when you don't hear my TV.
What you doing?
I'm just sitting there. I'm
You're
on
not sleep.
I'm not asleep.
But are you?
But I'm on the internet.
Can you sit in a room with no sound, no nothing, and just chill?
I think I can. We need to start doing that.
I've done it.
Well, you weird.
Remember you said I was like what's her name on Seinfeld? Elaine, the guy that she was dating, he was just staring.
He can stare at the back of the seat in the airplane.
And she's like, "What are you looking at?"
Nothing. You just gonna sit and look at the back of the
I've
seat
done that. I just
the whole flight.
Just chill.
That's weird.
I may be daydreaming or something.
Well, close your eyes then.
I don't need to close my eyes.
That's weird. That's weird.
I'm just chilling like.
So yeah, you can. What'd you say, Mom? Oh, you can sit. How about can I sit in the room? Can you sit in the room with nothing on and stare up at the light bulb?
Remember?
No, I can't.
Remember, I was the.
Huh? Yeah, that's fine.
Remember, I was the kid that my mom would leave on the sofa with a toy, and I'll play with the toy. Hour, she come back maybe a half hour. Oh, I didn't left my baby. I can go shopping. I can go clean the car outside. She ain't going nowhere. That's the kind of baby I was.
She could have left you in the car. You would have just sat there.
I would just sat there and maybe look at people.
I would have tried to start the car, drive down the street.
I would just look at people. I like people watching.
Yeah, but in your room, you're not watching nobody.
I'm like that Elaine's boyfriend on the plane. Just chilling.
That's weird.
Just chilling.
Well, my thing is, I think we have to learn, most of us,
how to just live
how
in
to
peace.
turn the TV, how to turn all sound off and be alone with yourself.
Yeah.
Now I can if I'm praying. I don't have to have nothing on.
Yeah.
But I'm still talking. That's what I'm saying. You got to be able to be alone.
Sometimes I don't talk though. I'll try to listen and see maybe. After my prayer meditation time, I'm listening and see if something spiritually
is speaking to you.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, because God knows what I want and what I've just prayed for. And then sometimes he could be giving me clarity and direction in my spirit, and I just kind of be quiet.
But we have to learn. That's what they said. I guess she's saying if you have to always fill your time or your energy with something, that's speaking more about what's going on with you.
Oh.
So you got to learn how to be alone with yourself. In quiet.
My friend and I, my coworker friend, we've been friends over 25 years. She and I had a debate about, she got on me because I watch a lot of Law and Order.
Well, that's what we were saying.
Not Criminal Minds. Okay. I watch police type of shows.
Right.
And lawyers taken to the court.
Though.
No, I'm just saying it's not criminal. It's not crazy lunatics like Dahmer. Mm-hmm. It may be somebody got violated or a guy ripped off somebody or whatever. It's murder. It's not good. But I watch Law and Order, those type of shows, which is made up stories. Mm-hmm. She watches the real investigations.
Right.
A real man taking his wife's life. Yeah. A real son coming and killing his whole family. And I said, that's more eerie.
Remember I used to watch those ones, the on the Black Channel with for her man. That one where they do anything for her man. And then that other one where they would do something. Y'all know those ones.
You watched those, didn't you?
I used to watch all of that.
I hate those kind of shows.
I used to watch all of that.
I don't like when somebody is programmed or influenced by somebody.
And we saw one of the serial killers in our local area on that one. For her man. I was like, they went on a killing spree.
They become a criminal for their man. I'm like, ooh.
And then there was another one like that too. That was the same channel, TV1.
I remember.
And I watched that one too. But I don't.
Not anymore.
But isn't it funny? I don't watch that anymore.
But what you do watch more so than me is you watch YouTube and you follow people.
Yeah, I follow people.
I don't do that.
I think I replaced that stuff with YouTube, which is still real life. But it's like I told you, Miss Jackie O, I watch that.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of people's YouTube channels.
Okay.
And so I see them with their families. I watch their kids be born.
Yeah, and I don't care.
And all of that. Yeah, you don't care.
But go ahead. I see what she's saying, though.
But I wanted to say we need to, even that, you're right. Even when my TV is off, I'm still on YouTube. Oh, so we got to have, I think, at least 30 minutes.
Usually when,
30 minutes,
when nothing's on, we're sleeping. That's what
I'm saying. Take 30 minutes. To like do just no sound.
Let's do 15.
15 minutes? Okay.
Increments.
15 minutes. We'll
Baby
challenge
steps.
our audience.
Baby steps.
15 minutes a day. Ma, you can do this too. Where you turn the TV off and you just sit there. She'll probably go to sleep.
She'd be like this.
Because with the TV on, you see her, she'd be like this.
She'd be like this. And I said, did you watch The View
And
today? I had it on, but I wasn't paying attention.
Our family member, her mom stays with her. And she saw her, she came and her mom was like this. And she thought she was gone. Oh, Lord Jesus! And I said,
take me first, Lord. Not me. Take me first.
I'm like, if you live with an old person,
yeah, you don't know if
they'll be right in the chair like this,
nodding off, or if they gone to glory, But either way, till you hear a little noise from them.
So when I walk by, sometimes she leave her door open, and she be just like this. I said, if she go, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Ma, you do sleep. You look like you gone. She sleep. Who sleeps like that?
I don't know, cause I've asked this one lady that how somebody they head their head be jerking. She said, no, I can sit like this and sleep. I can't. Don't you got to lean your head on something? You're leaning your head on your chest. Your chin, your head went somewhere. I can't do it like this.
Yeah, my father look like he gone too when he sleep.
Yeah. Oh well, but I get it. She's saying don't.
Wait a minute, you do too.
I do.
Yeah, because you'll have your head back. You have your head on your chair.
Yeah,
and you'll be like this.
But you don't hear snoring. If you hear snoring, then you know I'm still alive.
But when they're snoring, we don't know. You don't know.
That's
why I be peeping my head in. You be like, where you go? That must mean you going to sleep. Because how would you not peep my head in the door?
Because I can see you.
You be like this, though.
What you want?
Why you in here? Because I see you lift your head back with your mouth open and you not snoring. I'm trying to make sure you're alive.
The question I want to ask.
I'm always afraid of that, though. How would anybody know you dead?
I don't know. I hear her grunt.
But how would y'all know I was dead?
I don't know.
When would you finally come in there to see?
We've had friends who found the kid.
One girl found her
grandchild, found her grandmother. And she was not.
We had a few people find people. Isn't that weird? I don't want
to find you that way. But I know you went peacefully, though. Praise God.
How do you know I wasn't? But then I just ended like that. How do you know? This one man, I watch him on YouTube. His wife passed away right next to him. They went to bed that night. I watch him every day. Aww. And he went to bed that night, and he said he woke up and she was still.
There was no life in her.
But how long was she gone?
Oh,
see, was you laying there the whole night?
That's awful.
And then he went off the air for a little bit. He's back now. I'm glad to see him.
He lost his love.
He lost his wife.
His better half.
But anyway, so that's it.
Okay.
I know that's a weird, and then got Dahmer up here. That's a weird.
I know. Why
this is a weird segment. I know we got. This is a weird segment.
She's saying something wrong with you if you have to watch Dahmer.
If you watching these type of shows, people was watching this show as entertainment, and she's saying you shouldn't watch these type of shows as entertainment. That kind of says something about you.
Oh,
yeah.
Silence of the Lamb. I slept with Mama. I was scared.
Really?
I was younger.
That wasn't that long.
I had to been not this age.
No, Silence of the Lambs wasn't that long ago.
How many years was Silence of the Lambs?
I was
scared.
As a grown
woman, I slept with her.
Then that's ridiculous.
I didn't like that movie. That movie was eerie.
With Freddy Krueger, the first Freddy Krueger.
Oh, with those were the old historical ones. But
no, you
the
too
Dahmer,
old. Let me see when that was 1991.
How many years ago was that?
What was that? 1991. What
2000. 2000 is 23 years plus 9, 29, 30 something. Yeah.
32.
Yeah.
You was too old to be with her.
I was half my age now.
That's too old.
I was scared. I slept with Mama that night.
30 years?
Yes. Dahmer. I did not like that movie.
Not Dahmer.
I mean, Silence of the Lamb.
Oh, I wasn't.
It was a very eerie movie, and they didn't even really show him doing all of the crime. It's just the thought of it.
You're too old to have been sleeping with her.
So I know. Well, sometimes you just lay down next to her because you sleep. You scared.
Okay.
But
all right. Well, today on the Breakfast Club,
they came on today.
They always come on. Charlamagne is gone for
just out.
Yeah. One of the lady who comes on there and she does all the news for them. She talked about there's like 30 or more kids missing in Philadelphia. In the city of Philadelphia.
What do you mean missing?
Missing in the last month, in 1 month. And they said, if you look at their statistics, 50 something was for like years. But all of a sudden, in the last 30 days, over 30 kids are missing.
Are these certain age kids, certain color kids?
Most of them are black. You know, that's Philadelphia.
Okay.
And they young. Look at this.
Wendy, that's your neighborhood.
Look, missing. I think something foul going on.
I think somebody is a serial person.
I think so too.
Yeah, and they realize nobody will look for
They don't
them.
care. Usually they don't get coverage. Just like the migrants didn't get coverage over the billionaires.
Nobody gonna come after those kids.
In the past 30 days, 30 children have gone missing in the city of Philadelphia.
And that's
every month the city sees people of all ages from all walks of life seemingly vanish. But it's definitely heartbreaking to learn about so many missing youths on the dangerous streets of Philadelphia. A 10-year-old Delilah Destovate was seen last by her father on Saturday. Are you able to see these? Is this the same story? Oh, okay. She was leaving her home in the morning. Delilah is 4 foot tall, 80 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair. Why would she just come up missing?
somebody took her.
And it's a lot of kids.
And I think it's somebody out there like a Dahmer, like a John Wayne Gacy, that are taking these kids.
Isn't that sad?
That's sad. That is real sad.
It's a whole list.
It's a lot of them. And they're all black kids, right? Kids
yeah,
of
I'm
color.
just going through. I mean, some of them are like Latino,
people of color. No white kids in there, is it?
I think it was like a white one. Okay. She looks Latino.
It's all in the same city.
Look at that, Philadelphia.
That's not right, y'all.
And they said
some's corrupt.
And they said they've been looking. Nobody's saying anything about it. There's no press about it. And the guy who's the chief of police, he said this is weird.
Where these kids are when they get taken?
I don't know.
What is the comment?
They out.
Are they out on their own? They're going to the store?
Well, it says here.
Some of them are young.
Jean was last seen at her home and was on her way to the 46th and Market. She was on the way to the store. This girl right here. They all go. It was all different things. Last seen wearing a black hoodie, black ski mat. I mean, where they going?
Within what, the last how many months?
30 days.
See, something not right.
She was last seen on this girl. Something is going on.
Somebody got a van.
Look at
or
that.
Some kind of vehicle, and they're pulling these kids up.
And they said there's a white girl.
And they may be taking their lives. They may be torturing them in the basement.
We don't know.
We don't know. That was one of the episodes in The Chi.
12-year-old.
The Chi.
Last seen on the afternoon of Wednesday on her block. I mean, what's they always outside, maybe outside on their block.
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't it something over 30? Over 30.
Nobody's talking about that.
That's what she said. And the reason why she said it's odd is because the chief said this is weird. It's more than
it's eerie.
This in 1 month. It's more than it's been in a year.
It's almost
2 years. Like it's an epidemic going on.
It's almost like whoever it is or whatever group it is, it's really unfortunate that they're taking advantage.
That nobody cares.
That nobody cares.
And that's probably why they're targeting them.
Get her. Go ahead.
Because at first they was like, well, some of them are runaways. No, not all of these people are runaways.
It's different when they are like that in that category. These people are supposed to be going back home.
Thank you.
To a home, to a family. And they're disappearing. Unless and we know it's not as crazy as some alien.
And they said that, I keep going back to chief of police. They said the chief of police said it's odd, but yet none of these have had Amber Alerts. None of them, they said.
None of the families?
Not even the 10-year-old. They won't do it.
Why?
They said something has to merit Amber Alert. It has to be where it was something she said on the Breakfast Club that it didn't make sense. Their reason for not doing it.
Amber Alert was after so many days.
Yeah, these have been over certain. But the thing is that whatever it was that they said merits an Amber Alert, these merited an Amber Alert. Nobody's doing an Amber Alert. They're not talking about it on the news. They're not doing anything. And the chief said it's weird. And she said, the lady on the Breakfast Club, if it's weird, why are you not making it a top priority in your city?
Right.
All you doing is just saying it's weird.
And if it's weird, that's when you start to shine light on it.
What you say, Mom? The families are making a big deal. They're trying to get people to talk about it.
They don't want it to. They're not allowing them to be an Amber Alert. That's the problem.
So they were saying that they want us to start talking about it. People who have platforms, because maybe we can do the same thing like with the Shanquilla Robinson thing, even though that didn't turn into nothing.
Wow.
But the more you talk about it,
different countries.
Yeah, the more you talk about it, the more, maybe people will start saying something.
Like, what Kim and Lenore said on the Woods report, I didn't know that was happening in Philadelphia, and just spread the word.
Wendy says there are many white people in Philadelphia, especially out on the main line. Yeah, we need to know what's going on in Philadelphia.
That's your neighborhood, right, Wendy?
Yeah, we need to know what's going on in Philadelphia.
I wonder.
Our reporter, Wendy, you're the reporter. See what you can find out. You're there. 30. Find out 30. How do 30-some kids get missing in 30 days and it's not on any media
in the Philadelphia area?
And why is that not a national story?
There is a serial person.
Even if it's odd, even if it's weird and it's not one person doing it, that's still a high number of kids to be missing.
That short frame of time. Because usually it's a longer time frame. One girl gets missing.
Right.
Then you wait a month. Another girl gets missing. The cops are like, this is a pattern.
Yeah.
But not in 30 days.
Yeah. So we need to find out what's going on.
What's going on, God?
And let's pray. Let's put them in your prayers.
I'm telling y'all.
Find out, Lord, what's going on.
People of God.
Expose whatever needs to be exposed.
To seriously pray for our areas and our neighborhoods. Pray that the Holy Spirit touches the hearts of the people so he can give us some answers.
Yeah.
Because God is the one that knows who's taking these kids.
What's his name song? We need a word from the Lord.
Yes.
We need a
Thomas
word.
Whitfield.
We need a word from the Lord.
Thank you.
We need to know what's going on because they're not going to tell us. So God expose whoever needs to be exposed.
Thank you, Jesus.
And we need to find out, hopefully, that some of these kids, if not all of them, are still living. It's just somebody trying to traffic them, and we can catch them before they go out of the country or something.
Lord Jesus.
And bring them back. Yes. So that's what we praying.
Cover the children.
But I want this to go national. Mm-hmm. I want people to talk about it. This is Sandry says it is disturbing to your subconscious. She going back to the Dahmer thing probably. Weird can be good, Lenore. Say it because I said you weird. Weird can be good.
Kim's known to calling people morons.
I call people names, so
you just got to know who you are.
Yeah, I call people weird, morons,
but she's right. I'm different.
She's different.
I am different, child.
Nothing wrong with being different. You got to embrace being different.
I know that's true.
And as long as you're different, don't bother me. I'm good.
That's true. So
as long as people different and that's you just being you, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we need to find out what's going on here.
And speaking of a song. A word from the Lord.
Normally we added on where we do a TikTok every day. And we want to do a TikTok. We try to do a funny TikTok every day. But we've combined it because Charlemagne is out for the week. So you don't have a donkey of the day.
Thank you.
So we're giving this lady not only the TikTok spot,
yes,
but she wins your donkey of the day.
And if you after you hear her, you'll probably say the donkey sound better.
My thing is, I'm not even, you know what? I don't want to give her the donkey.
Why?
I want to give it to the people around her. I want to give it to the people around her.
How can you sit and let that happen?
I want to give that. That's an atrocity. I want to give it to the people around her.
Especially in a black church.
Yes.
You got ushers and people and security.
Yes. Somebody said, see, I would have been laughing and it would have been loud.
Me too.
See, the fact that nobody's laughing or turning, they get the donkey of the day.
Or even tap her on the shoulder.
Yeah, they get the donkey. They get the donkey.
Go ahead.
All right, you ready? Cause Shirley Caesar, that one I showed.
She took the girl's
mic and walked off.
Somebody could have done that. I know she's weak. She's grieving. Maybe she's the mom or something.
Oh.
And they just letting her have her way.
Because this might be at a funeral, I think.
Yeah, this is a funeral, I think.
Oh, maybe they letting her have her way.
Yeah, she could be the mom.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Some people act up at funerals.
Maybe nobody gets the donkey. This definitely is our TikTok of the day, though.
Okay.
All right. Hallelujah. You know what? Maybe they couldn't have made it. Maybe she couldn't.
That should have been left at the house by yourself. That's a private.
But you know what?
Prayer and whatever.
Even with that, God he still don't care. He listened to her heart. Say she never could have made it without him.
They probably. She may have been the mom or something. And they just let her go to just be free. Because nobody came at her. Nobody tapped on the shoulder. And she...
Maybe she couldn't have made it without God.
You kind of feel sorry for her. But you notice the men in the back.
Yeah.
Nobody flinched. They just sat there. Maybe she's known for doing this. I don't know.
The reason why
they all just kind of sat there.
I felt like if she would have been crying, I would have felt more sympathy.
Oh.
Like if she would have been like, never, yeah. But it sounds like that's how she really
never could have made it. Oh Lord. But they didn't flinch. None of them men back there. They just sat. He's still leaning.
It made me feel like that's how she normally sings.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm not even going to say nothing, but I've been to funerals where the person who passed away asked people to sing and they can't sing. Yeah. And I say, so that's their joke on all of us. Mm-hmm. You know darn well that person can't sing and you want them to sing at your funeral.
At the funeral. Thank you.
I think that was their joke to all of us. And we all sitting there going, all right, we got it. We got it. Your last hurrah as you go out. Because you know that person can't sing.
We have seen some crazy things happening at funerals. I've seen people jump on the casket inside.
These people jumped in a hole.
Our friend, I think we told a story about our friend who sings at funerals.
Oh, somebody came in and shot it up.
She was singing she was standing in the choir area, ready to sing her song. So music playing. She said these guys came in and started shooting up the casket.
And she got up and walked out.
She dived out so quick to out the back door. And I said, you never got to sing. She said, girl, what am I singing for? I don't want to be in the casket myself. They came in shooting.
People have dropped caskets.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many things.
There's a lot of stuff that happened at the... What would y'all have done? Would you just...
I don't know what
I would be like done. This. I had to laugh. I probably would show myself laughing though.
We've been at a funeral where somebody was singing and they didn't do a good job. You didn't laugh.
Yeah, I did.
Did you? I thought you just sat there like this. We
Did I
didn't
not
even
cover
know
my
what
mouth?
song it was until after a
I
while.
know which one you talking about. It took me a while to know the melody of the song. And
There
then
was
at the
no
end, I was
melody.
like, what the heck?
Until I heard the words. And I said, oh, that's that song.
She's singing that song.
All
I didn't
right.
even know it was that. She was so off.
Wendy says Sherlock is howling. Laugh out loud. Century, the receipt. Oh,
your
okay,
dog.
we got it.
Okay.
So there you go, Sherlock.
Your dog was howling at this?
Sherlock was howling. She said Sherlock was howling.
I bet. Because she hit some notes that made a dog squirm.
And she sent us, we got the
we got it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So
this is a weekend.
This is the weekend. Enjoy your weekend.
Living for the weekend.
Remember to do when he said I want to talk, she wanted to be on today.
Oh, Wendy.
Remember to take 15 minutes to turn the TV off, no internet, and just
hard for some people to do.
Not praying
and not fall asleep
and not pray. Just sit there and be with you for 15 minutes. No noise, no nothing. I'm gonna do it. 15 minutes.
Just sitting.
No internet, no television, no praying. Don't try to pray and all that. Because that means you're trying to be with God. Just you. Be with you and your own thoughts for 15 minutes.
We'll see. We'll practice that this weekend. Some people already do it.
Some people do it already. Some people do longer than that.
I know.
All right. Don't forget to get our book, A Joke, 100 family-friendly jokes.
Amazon.
On Amazon. The link is in the description. We're working on volume 2. It'll come out July. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Right.
Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See you later.